Hola, Facebook. So, they're playing Temple the Dog on MMR, which they never do, right? But Jackie Bam Bam plays some pretty cool fucking music, if we're honest with each other. So I'm loving that. And I was at the first ever Temple the Dog live performance, and I do mean ever, at well, not in Philadelphia, but at the Tower Theater, very close to Philadelphia in Derby. And I read today they're gonna tear down the Tower Theater. And it crushes my heart. I saw so many cool fucking shows there. And everybody in Philly did. Bowie was there in the 70s. I hate the Rolling Stones, but they headlined there once. The Stones. But I saw Ozzy Osbourne, the No More Tours for Ozzy tour, 30 years ago there. The same year, later on, I saw Black Sabbath with Dio. The last show I saw there, I think, is Temple the Dog. I saw comedy since then, but the last concert, you know? Chris Cornell's no longer with us. This is like fucking magical to me. I love Temple the Dog, man. And they're tearing down the tower. Lemmy died from Motorhead. If you know me at all, you know that I'm a tremendous Motorhead fan. And when I turned 40, the week I turned 40, and so did Ron Kaiser, by the way, our birthdays are very close. Motorhead played the fucking tower, and Lemmy died 2 months later, 3 months later. He was very frail. I'd seen Motorhead many times in my life, I guess about 10 over the years. And that was sad to see, but I'm glad I did it. And here's the heartbreaker. The Tower Theater, Lemmy told on stage when he was here with Hawkwind many, many moons ago, was the first venue in the United States of America that Lemmy Kilmister played in. That's fucking heavy. And then he ended his life at the Tower Theater with Motorhead, with Anthrax. And Anthrax was amazing that night. They were great, man. But we were there. And they're gonna tear down our fucking tower, bro. Hey, I miss Lemmy too, Ron. Like a lot. But they're playing Temple the Dog, and I saw Temple the Dog there. And this comes up because I've had that poster on my wall since 2016 when the concert happened, right? There we go. I don't like this fucking song, but we'll listen to it anyway. Beats commercials. So fucking, I had that poster, this like cardboard cutout of the Temple the Dog concert, which they had 2 nights. They had like Friday and Saturday, and Christian and I went to Friday night. The first ever public Temple the Dog performance. Big fucking deal. Totally there. And I just framed it last week. I went on Amazon, I ordered some frames, and this thing's been hanging in my office for fucking 5 years. Chris Cornell's been gone for what, 2, 3 years? I think it's 2, it'll be 3. And we saw him, man. And they're gonna take our fucking tower away. It's like really sad. Hey Eddie, how are you, sir? I don't know. I fucking love the tower. And I don't know if it's 100%, but everybody in the know in the industry is saying that there's new owners for the Tower Theater and it's not gonna make it. They're gonna rip it the fuck down, and that's so soul crushing. Starscream went to Europe in the summer of '02, which was a big deal for us. We were kids, man. It was our first big tour. And there were parts of it that were atrocious. But we did it, right? And the last concert I saw, like a week before we went away, was at the Tower Theater. And I saw fucking Poison. I loved Poison when I was a kid, right? And I go see Poison, and the opening act is original Cinderella. Like, for real. Tom Kiefer was fucking incendiary that night. The vocals were amazing. And there was this really cool part, because he knows he's addressing a Philadelphia crowd on this tour they were on. He didn't say it into the mic. He walks to the front of the tower stage and just bangs on his heart. And he's like, you're my heart. He didn't say it into the mic, but it gave me fucking chills. I love the Trailer Park Boys like way too much. I saw their live thing there. They came and they did like a little tour, and it was in the fucking tower. It was fucking funny. I saw Leahy before he passed away, Mr. Leahy. The tower, man. That's our shit. They're gonna fucking rip it down. It's like a fucking crying shame, frankly. I saw Artie Lang perform there live. Comedy show. I love Artie Lang. I hope he's happy and healthy. Guy's been sober for a minute. It's like pushing 2 years, I think. Maybe it's over 2. The great and powerful Artie Lang. Funny motherfucker. And I saw him at the Tower in the midst of his, like, you know, full-on issues. It wasn't like he was sober. God, he was funny and he was smart and we loved him and it was good times. Do you guys see Grandma's Boy? I can't think of his name. But the little guy who had the race car bed, I should know his name. He's kind of famous. My ex-wife took me there for a comedy show with him. He made a joke about his dick and ball combo, his DB combo. Fuck, I can't think of his name. But I've been to the Tower many, many, many times. And this is over a 30-year run, which is scary to think about. Dude, we saw Randy Castillo outside of the Tower. And he walks to the bus. And me and these fucking teenagers go to the bus. And security's like, what are you doing? And we're like, we're going to go see Randy. And they're like, nah, man, go back. The great and powerful Tower. Dude, that's the first time I saw Ozzy Osbourne. Imagine seeing the great and powerful Oz at the height of his powers with a very young Zakk Wylde on the fucking No More Tears record, touring that shit at the Tower fucking Theater. That guy was playing fucking arenas at the time, you know what I mean? Ozzy, and he did this little tiny fucking No More tours. I don't know how we got tickets, actually. I was a kid, I was in high school. My parents had to call Ticketmaster and use their credit card. I don't have a fucking credit card. I was 15. It was good though, man. I saw a lot of great things at the Tower. If it's really gone, it just makes me really fucking sad. That's all. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened. But it's sad. That's how you know we're getting old. All these memories. Oh my God. All right, before I stop, because I'm going to end soon, right? I saw Prong by mistake at the Tower 8 times. Every show I went to for a while, Prong would open. And I hate Prong. I still hate Prong. Fuck Prong to this day. And it was this really great thing that happened. I went to see Prong, and they had long hair. They looked like they could have been in Metallica, right? Like 1990 Metallica. And every time I saw them, their hair would get shorter and shorter until it was like shaved off. And then Prong became like a grunge band. Then they were punk when Green Day happened. Fuck Prong, man. All right, here you go. So Starscream's original name back in the day was called The Broken, which my friend Ron can attest to if he's still listening. We were called The Broken. The original bass player for The Broken, who I'm friends with on Facebook, I might tag him in this. His name is Jeremy. He's a great guitar player now. He plays in this great grunge 90s fucking cover band. They're really fun. They're a good band. He's a monster player. So Jeremy was the original bass player to The Broken before Jimmy James got the gig. Actually, if I'm telling the story correctly, Jeremy's the original guy, and then he left. He didn't want to be part of it because yours truly is a bit controlling, and he was like, yeah, I'm punching out. I dig it. Because they were already a band, and then they hired me as their singer, and I'm like, boozdy, boozdy, bop, which I tend to do. This guy named Stu Frank. Stu Franks? I think it's Stu. Stu's the first bass player to step on stage with The Broken, which became Starscream. He's like the first guy. Bear with me, I'm making a turn. There's some police officers. So Stu's the first guy to play bass for us. And then Stu wasn't the permanent bass player, and he was actually in a Journey tribute band playing keyboards. He's a badass keyboard player to this day, actually. I think there's still a thing. I mean, no one's playing live. But Starscream's playing a week from tonight! Anyway, so the original bass player, named Jeremy, before Jimmy James, before Stu, I had to drop him off to see the newly famous White Zombie. They had just broken. It wasn't Rob Zombie yet. It was still White Zombie at the Tower fucking Theater. And I had the biggest piece of shit car in the world. It was a 79 Mercury Monarch. I nicknamed it Sid, as in Sid Vicious, because Sid Vicious had died in 1979. And I just convinced myself that he had possessed my 79 Mercury Monarch. He didn't, but I believed he did. It was good times. So yeah, they're taking our fucking club away. It's pretty sad. Here's Metallica I don't hate, and I don't like Metallica. Oh, I fucked it up. Here we go. Ah! Fucking it up. I'm out of practice, Metallica. I don't like Metallica. I like this, though. This is good Metallica. Like, for real. That's because Dave Mustaine co-wrote it. It ain't lovely, Philadelphia. Anyway, how's your Friday? What's going on? Go see a band. Somebody's playing somewhere in Delaware. I heard a rumor Jersey's booking. I'm gonna get some more Starscream shows. A week from tonight, Starscream returns, celebrating Uncle Skip's birthday extravaganza, playing Weapons in its entirety for the first time live since the commercial release exactly a year ago. Only us would release a fucking LP during a fucking pandemic. But we can't promote it, man. And we had like 7 or 8 shows booked. It's gonna be a good little springtime summer extravaganza. One by one, they got fucking canceled. But we're back. Bar 13, a week from tonight. Starscream, motherfucker. We're like chomping at the fucking bit to get on stage. So, to sum it up, God bless the Tower Theater and the great Chris Cornell and Temple the Dog. Stay frosty, motherfuckers. Vex loves ya.